Welcome back, everyone. I'm John, your carnivore teacher, and today we're kicking off a brand new mini-series where we're taking an honest, balanced look at the nutrients and any potential downsides of the animal foods that we eat. Remember, this isn't about telling you what to eat, it's about informed consent. Every food has chemistry, every food has benefits, and every food has things we should understand. Today, we begin with one of the most nutrient-dense foods available to humans, beef. Let's start with the positives. Beef is one of the richest sources of complete protein on the planet. It contains all 9 essential amino acids in proportions that closely match human needs. Those amino acids are the building blocks for muscle, skin, hormones, enzymes, neurotransmitters, immune cells, and virtually every tissue in your body. Beef is also exceptionally rich in bioavailable iron. Unlike the non-heme iron found in plants, the heme iron in beef is absorbed much more efficiently by the human digestive tract. Iron is essential for producing hemoglobin, transporting oxygen throughout the body, supporting energy production, and maintaining healthy brain function. Next is vitamin B12. B12 is found almost exclusively in animal foods, and beef is an outstanding source. Without adequate B12, people can develop anemia, nerve damage, memory problems, numbness, fatigue, and even irreversible neurological injury if the deficiency becomes severe. Beef is also loaded with zinc, one of the most important minerals for immune function, wound healing, fertility, testosterone production, DNA synthesis, and healthy skin. The zinc in beef is far more bioavailable than the zinc found in plant foods because it isn't trapped by compounds like phytates. Speaking of B vitamins, beef provides substantial amounts of niacin, riboflavin, vitamin B6, pantothenic acid, and smaller amounts of thiamine and folate. These vitamins are essential for converting food into energy, supporting nervous system function, and maintaining healthy cells. Beef is also an excellent source of selenium, a trace mineral that's critical for thyroid hormone metabolism and one of your body's most important antioxidant systems through enzymes such as glutathione peroxidase. You'll also find phosphorus, which is necessary for bones, teeth, ATP production, and cellular membranes. Potassium is present as well, although not in massive amounts. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure, muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and fluid balance. Many people don't realize that beef contains magnesium, too. While it isn't as concentrated as in some other foods, every contribution counts because magnesium participates in hundreds of enzymatic reactions throughout the body. Now, let's talk about several compounds that don't always make the headlines. Beef naturally contains creatine. Creatine helps regenerate ATP, your body's immediate energy currency. This is why supplemental creatine has become so popular among athletes. Eating beef provides it naturally. Beef also contains carnosine, a powerful antioxidant and pH buffer found primarily in muscle tissue. Carnosine may help reduce oxidative damage and improve muscle performance. Another important nutrient is taurine. Taurine supports heart function, nervous system health, bile acid production, retinal function, and cellular hydration. While your body can produce taurine, dietary intake may still be beneficial. Now, beef also supplies small amounts of coenzyme Q10, particularly in heart and organ meats. CoQ10 plays a central role in mitochondrial energy production and acts as an antioxidant. Grass-fed beef generally contains somewhat higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, conjugated linoleic acid or CLA, and vitamin E compared with grain-finished beef. However, both grass-fed and grain-finished beef remain highly nutritious foods, and the nutritional differences are generally much smaller than many people assume. Let's discuss the possible downsides. First, saturated fat. For decades, saturated fat was blamed as a primary cause of heart disease. Today, the scientific picture is considerably more nuanced. While saturated fat can raise LDL cholesterol in many individuals, cardiovascular risk depends on much more than one laboratory value. Factors like inflammation, insulin resistance, triglycerides, HDL cholesterol, blood pressure, smoking, genetics, and overall metabolic health all play important roles. This remains an active area of scientific debate. Next is heme iron. Although heme iron is one of beef's greatest strengths, people with hereditary hemochromatosis, a genetic disorder causing excessive iron absorption, may need to limit iron-rich foods or donate blood under medical supervision. For most healthy people, however, heme iron is an important nutritional advantage rather than a concern. Some people also ask about advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, and heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. These compounds can form when meat is cooked at very high temperatures, especially when charred, heavily blackened, or exposed directly to flames for prolonged periods. Now, fortunately, these compounds are largely influenced by cooking methods rather than the beef itself. Lower temperature cooking, sous vide, followed by a quick sear, avoiding excessive charring, and not routinely burning meat may reduce their formation. Another concern involves processed beef products. There is an important distinction between fresh beef and heavily processed meats like some hot dogs or deli meats and some cured products that may contain preservatives and excess sodium, some sugars, starches, and other additives. And when people read headlines about processed meats, those findings should not automatically be applied to fresh, minimally processed beef. All right, what about hormones and antibiotics? In many countries, these are tightly regulated. Withdrawal periods are required before animals enter the food supply, and residues are routinely monitored. Choosing beef from producers you trust can provide additional peace of mind if this is something you value. Finally, environmental contaminants. Like virtually every food on Earth today, beef can contain trace levels of environmental pollutants such as microplastics or persistent industrial chemicals. Unfortunately, this is not unique to beef. These contaminants have now been detected throughout our food supply, water, air, and even human tissues. So where does all this leave us? Beef remains one of the most nutrient-dense foods available to humans. It delivers highly bioavailable protein, essential vitamins, minerals, several unique compounds that are difficult or in some cases impossible to obtain in meaningful amounts from plants alone. Like every food, it isn't perfect. There are legitimate considerations depending on your genetics, your health conditions, and even how you prepare it. But understanding those considerations allows us to make informed decisions instead of reacting to headlines or fears or marketing. Tomorrow, we'll continue this series with another animal food, breaking down its nutrients, its possible downsides, and what the science actually says. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I invite you, click the bell icon so you get a reminder that I put this video out every day. And if you leave me a question, I will write you back. And please share this video and this series with some of your friends and family so we can get the word out. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.